will you look at that? A Generation 1 BT manufactured freight vessel. Never thought I'd see one of those still operational. That ship's practically a relic. I'm surprised the FCA renewed its registration. So, you got the brief, right? The ship didn't turn up at the Zebulus 3 spaceport. A couple of days later, a merchant freight transporting minerals to the Expo Belt spots it on radar. It appears to have lost power and coasted a couple 100,000 clicks off its original course. No comms, no signs of the crew. Looks like they abandoned ship. Can't say I blame them. The GIS fines for delayed shipments due to avoidable technical faults are brutal. It would have wiped out the crew's pay for months. Abandoning the ship and claiming that their lives were at risk due to a technical failure gets them off the hook because the insurance companies take the hit. And with a ship that old, it'd be hard to prove otherwise. The system's messed up, what can I say? Now we're left to clean up the mess and file the paperwork. The Travan's crew is still at large, but our patrols will find them. They're probably at a cantina somewhere in this sector. We'll try to get the truth out of them, but I don't have much hope. You know the drill. Once you're on the ship, head to the bridge and extract all the primary logs you can get. Any evidence we can find to tell us what actually happened will help us close this quicker. I'll call you soon as you're inside.
Right, here we are.
So, the bad news first. The schematics we have on file for this ship's model are so old, they're obsolete. BT stopped making these in '09, and it's been modded beyond recognition over the years. So, you'll have no nav map assistance on your HUD on this mission. Sorry about that.
No
The good news,
problem.
however, is that this ship's layout should be pretty rudimentary. This maintenance hall should lead you out to the ship's primary quarters and then to the bridge. Take the large bay door up ahead and keep moving towards the front of the ship. Since the primary power is down, a lot of the subsystems won't be operational, but most doorways should still work. I'll check back with you in a bit. I'm gonna see what I can dig up on the crew. Might give us a clue to what actually happened here.
Okay. Door access panel is secured by biocode encrypted keycard access. Proceed with decryption override? Yes. Okay.
More bad news. The security systems on this relic are so archaic, your override tool's master key bank doesn't have its decryption sequence. I don't think our algorithms go back that far, but that's not a problem. You'll just have to find a terminal on the ship's network that's still online, and then you can mine crypto keys to complete the missing chains. You should also be able to pull out encrypted messages from the comm system, which will be helpful. Hold on, I'm adding a crypto keychain module to your tool belt now.
Yeah, there we go. The hell was that? We got a flashlight, nice. Terminal is online and connected to the local data network. Proceed with crypto key mining. Yes. There we got one. They're in the ship. That's what Manu said yesterday at the mess hall. I noticed he wasn't eating, just staring fixedly at his food. His face was pallid. He told me he wasn't sleeping well. The noises, don't you hear them? He said. Noises, I said. The thuds, the groans, he said. They're coming from the very heart of the vessel. I'll tell him that I heard them too, that we all did, and that they were just the sounds of the bones of this old ship settling. The tectonic shifts of metal plates long past their prime. But he seems to barely register what I said when he looked at me. His eyes had a fixed quality that I didn't much care for. He said, they're on the ship. Just that one cryptic sentence. I want you to see him, Doc. I'm worried about him. He hasn't been himself since we started this run. Okay, but who's on the ship? Okay, we don't have a code though. I'm not a master hacker. Must be something. And that tells us the code. Let's try this other door. There we go. The key we mined worked. Okay, what do we got on here? Terminal 4 is still crapped out. I swear this junkyard ship is falling apart. The power fluctuations and network failures are growing worse. We flipped back and forth to backup power a dozen times already since we left Nagari. At this rate, we won't make it halfway to Zebulus. So the temporary power rig you set up for Terminal 4 is still missing a power cell. Tell me you put one in yesterday, I guess you forgot? Can't say I blame you, what with all that shit going down? Could you replace the cell please? There's a spare on the key in the locker and storage. The locker code is 4121. There's the code for the locker. And we got another key. There's a power cell. Stop it. There you go. So we put the power module back in. There we go. Manu's condition concerns me. He vacillates between nervous energy and a kind of sudden silence. His pronouncements are growing increasingly dire and nonsensical, and he exhibits a high degree of paranoia. He says they are down in the cargo hold. He seems to be withdrawing into himself. Dr. O'Malley today said he'll give me an update soon. It's odd how Manu is so troubled by those noises. They are, to be honest, disconcerting. George said that thousands have a way of resonating in an old ship like this. He says they're likely originating from the cargo hold below, where the ship's core structural spine is, and traveling through the air ducts. Nia, any luck on those records? I want anything you can get on the history of this ship. Who owned it before Navo? Who was the last crew? How long since its FCA approval? And so on. We know the ship is pre-Gurut War, which makes it about half an ES century old. The bizarre power fluctuations and the randomly failing subsystems bode ill. The ship is perfectly alright and we left Nagari. If they've dumped a crippled vessel on us to balance their books, I'm going to have a heads roll at the GIS. I won't risk the life of my crew for the sake of their stupid corporate fuckery. Alright, he's getting mad. Oh, we got 2 keys. Oh, dude, stop. The light go out. This should work now. I've got 2 keys. Alright, there we go. Holy shit. The hell was that? Hey! Oh man. Oh, this is gonna get crazy, isn't it? Hey, George, Cheerian. I've tried everything, boss, but I'm not able to figure out the power issue. All systems are testing fine in our maintenance tools. It's fucking infuriating. I know we have the leaks. I have no clue what the foul-smelling green stuff coming out of the vents is. Rico says it looks and smells like the acid fertilizers they use in the fields in this homeworld. In his homeworld. That's ridiculous. We ain't carrying any such thing in our cargo. Even if we were, and if there was a leak from one of the containers, the stuff wouldn't flow into our airflow system. Also, I don't know how to say this, boss, but the crew are a bit jittery. This is just a small vessel. There's just 10 of us, and it's not like our first run. Some of these guys have been on trips past the spend systems. So this ship is some bad mojo. The way Manu's going off his head, and now Rico says he saw something yesterday in the corridor. He's looked shook, and you know Rico is steady as stone. He's always thinking he's alright. So I went and checked, I didn't see anything, not then. But the day before while I was surveying the vents, I swear I saw something moving up there in the dark. Look, I don't know, boss, I hate to sound like green foot, but I ain't at ease either. Something about this ship ain't right, my sleep ain't working. I keep waking up, I can't remember what woke me. Okay, but what's on the frickin' ship? Damn. Gotta find another keypad. Another lock. Yeah, I'll take it. Well, that didn't open much. How can something just disappear? Oh, there's definitely something in this freaking ship. I had Manu come in today. He tried to avoid the appointment, which I was expecting, so I had Nia escort him here. It's hard to say no to Nia. Haha, you're right. It's shocking how sickly he looks. He didn't talk at first, and when he finally did, he asked no. He begged me for some Takrazane. Yep, 500. Better known as Blank Slate among the wrecked drug kids, is deep out by the guys in the military, but I digress. When I told him we can't issue that out of sedative that strong without good reason, he said he sure as hell had a good reason. I haven't slept in days, he said. Why not? I said, I'm having bad dreams. The reason I asked him that was because I had 2 others come in with the same complaint. He said, yes, I think so. I asked him what the dreams were about, and he said he couldn't remember, but I sensed he was being evasive. When I probed, he said, they are in here with us. Who? I asked. At first he did not reply. He stared into a corner of the room and at the beds. Finally, he turned to me, his eyes locked with mine, and he said, we should never have set foot on this ship. We shouldn't be here. I must admit that chill went down my spine. Something about this whole business is troubling. I checked his vitals and they were fine. His blood pressure was a little higher than normal, but I wouldn't have been surprised if they weren't. He's lost some weight and he's exhausted, but at least physically he is fine. His condition appears to be a result of sustained levels of high anxiety bordering on paranoia. I prescribed him half a dose of Takrazane. He popped the pill right there before I could stop him, so I sent him to his room. He was so distracted that he left his access key to the network data room here. I asked Nia to remove it by the locker in stock so someone can pick it up in case we weren't here. Nia reset the code. It's now 1109. Okay, another locker. 1109. There we go. Access key. Need some damn lights in here. There's that green stuff. Let's keep heading up this way. Do we have enough keys? No. Alright, need another key. We might be able to use our access card. There we go. Cap, the security systems are failing one by one. We've got doors suddenly completely inoperable, and then they return to normalcy minutes later for no apparent reason. The system diagnostics reveal nothing. I'm switching all doors from biorec to manual access keys. The others aren't going to like it. Until we figure out what's causing this, I'd feel better if we keep the protocols basic. I suspect the green fluid that's coming out of the vents is seeping into the ship's electronics, although if that was so, everything would be shorting out by now. George is doing his best to keep the ducts clean, but the stuff just keeps coming back, and it's driving him crazy. I don't mean to cry doom, but the way things are going, it's possible that all primary systems may fail before we reach Zebulus. If you could ask me, this ship should never have left Nagari, but I saw the GIS reports with my own eyes before we left. They cleared the ship to take off and their diagnostics were legit. All systems were a go. 20 years in ship system ops, I've never seen anything like this. It just doesn't make sense. Something is seriously wrong with this vessel, and I don't just mean the electronics. You see the look in everyone's eyes. No one's sleeping right, and nobody will talk about it. George saw something in the air ducts, but he wouldn't say what. All I know is that he looked more perturbed than usual. I've seen something too, Cap. I can't explain. Something unspeakable in the shadows. Yeah, I've seen it a couple times. And I'm gonna call it Jim. He's roll offline. Oi! Jim? That's not funny, Jim. Most of the terminals have gone offline again, Cap, and one or two have shut down completely. Everyone's dumping on me, but what can I do? I still think something is getting at the wiring. I try to get George to take a look, but he's too busy trying to keep the ISS going, and he's so stressed he yells at me if I talk to him. We got only 3 terminals operational online, and now Terminal 7 is powered down too. I've managed to set up an auxiliary power rig, but we're short of a cell. I loaned one to the med room last week. Can I get George to collect it and hook it up when he has time? He won't pay me any heed. He can take it from the med locker directly. Doc won't mind, and the code is 1234. Yeah, I don't know, but Doc asked me to keep it simple. Okay. Now we're gonna go back to the med bay. There we go, another pass. Holy fuck! Oh my Jesus. That was not nice, Jim. That was not nice at all, Jim. My heart is pumping. I think this is the one we needed 2 for, wasn't it? 3! Alright. Haven't been here yet. Oh, yes we have. The green shit on the floor. I remember Jim pissed on the floor. Oh, I didn't even see this one. Alright, I'm seriously concerned about the way things are going. The ship's practically falling apart around us. I can't risk this anymore. I've told Nia to put out an SOS signal and to flag down the first passing ship. I know that this will result in all kinds of trouble with the GIS. Those ruthless bastards. I'll try to pin a failed run on us, accuse of us pulling an insurance scam, and then hammer us with fines. But that's okay, I'm not going to risk the lives of my people. But then there's the other stuff. Manu has left his room hasn't left his room in 2 days, and the others are rattled on edge. I don't care what this is, collective hysteria, lock-in syndrome. What matters is that the incidents, I don't know what else to call it, are growing more frightening. There can be no more denying it. Something is in there with us, and it means us great harm. Yeah, Jim's wreaking havoc. Oh, here we go. Nice. Alright, we can get another key. Boss, I think the engines are getting affected now. Did you feel the hitch an hour ago? It's fucking crazy. And did Nia tell you about comms? I'll let her give you the bad news herself. I don't think we're going to get out that SOS out. Also, you need to talk to Rico, boss. He's getting on my nerves. Keeps asking me to check every damn duct on the ship, and I already got my hands full. Also, why'd you let him alter the security protocol on every damn door? He's turned off biorec and switched to physical access keycards, like we're back in the 22nd century. As he wants no one anywhere without a physical card on their person. This is causing havoc. I've already misplaced the access key to my room somewhere. I think I left it at the showers. Now I need to waste more time finding the thing. Also, if you see Manu anyway, he's not in his room, and Doc said he shouldn't be wandering around because he's on pretty strong meds. If you see him, tell him Doc's looking for him urgently. Thanks. We got 3 keys now. We should, in theory, be able to get through that door now. Hell yes. Alright, is Jim in here?
Hey, I've been trying to reach you. Something is interrupting comms out of that ship. If you're seeing this, listen. We tried to locate the crew. We put out a bulletin at every system in this sector, but we came up empty. We traced the course of the Tavern, and not a single vessel rendezvoused with it since it left Nagari. It looks like the crew never left the ship. I've requested Det 2 to take over this investigation. This isn't a data ops mission anymore. Abort and head to the nearest airlock. There should be one by the bridge or down in the cargo bay. Listen, there's something else. I've looked up records on this ship, and here's where things get really strange. It appears this isn't the first time there's been an incident missing it.
Yeah, you broke up there, Chief. Wing B. May as well. Got no keys. Yep. As I suspected. Of course. If we can get into the... Oh crap. Oh crap, we can get into the... Oh crap. Oh god. Oh, who turned on the What the f... Oh, holy shit! Oh, you suck, Jim. There we go. How can a person go missing in a confined vessel in boundless interstellar space? We searched every corner of this cursed ship and there's no trace of Manu. He had grown more withdrawn over the last few days. When I visited him in the day before, I'd noticed a smell about him. It wasn't just the stench of an unwashed body, but something lower, an animal smell of desperation. He stayed past me and into the corridor when I tried to talk to him. None of the escape pods have deployed. They're not even operational now, so he has to be on the ship, except he isn't. I see the raw panic in the eyes of the others. Some of them are urging me to turn the ship around, but the state it's in, we're not going back. We're not going to make it back. Nia's working on getting the SOS out, but comms isn't fully operational yet. More troubles. We're going to do everything we can to find Manu. He has to be here. Meanwhile, the sightings are getting more frequent. The nature of the encounters are horrific. What are those things under Manu? Where have they taken him? For I have no doubt in my mind that they are responsible. I can sense a growing malevolence, a kind of hunger. God help us. I've given standing instructions to the crew until we know how to deal with them. If you see one of those things, run. Do not engage, turn away, and run. Holy shit! Is this the way I'm supposed to go? Holy fuck! Jesus. Oh my god. This shit's getting insane. Rico said he's seen Manu heading down towards the cargo hold, but we checked. The power grid is almost completely shorted, so there's hardly any light down there. Those horrible sounds seem later on down there, but no sign of Manu. I'm still not able to get comms back up, so the SOS isn't looking likely. I can't seem to isolate the problem. The electronics check out okay, but we're all getting it static. It just doesn't make sense. Everyone's seeing those things now, and the encounters are more violent. George thinks they're coming through the vents, but I'm not sure. They seem to appear out of thin air. That's something else. Just before comms went down, I got a message back from my contact at the GIS. I just saw it now. It's the records of the ship's history you'd requested. I'm poring over them and I'll send you a summary shortly. You're not going to believe what I found. D-pad. Room 5. Access card. Damn it. Nothing anywhere. Nope. Well, this game's intense. Whatever little chance we had of getting the system back is gone with Rico. The engines are dead, the nav systems are shot, and we're coasting, heading off course with comms down. We're incommunicado. We can't even get the escape pods operational. Now that Rico's missing, I want you to do everything you can to keep life support systems running until we can find a way up this ship. Rico had the key to the 4 LSS room. It should be in his locker along with the spare power cell. Get the key in the power cell and head to the 4 LSS room and try to get at least one terminal going. Since the trouble started, Rico moved to room 3 in wing B. He didn't want to be near Manu's old room. He had handed over all the codes to me yesterday, just in case his lock code is 9971. Okay, room 3, wing B. Bullshit. crap! Holy crap! I was supposed to go in the freaking room! Oh man. Oh, look at them all. Don't look. No, I'm not looking. Just going in. Okay. 9971. Okay, power cell, control room card. There we go. LSS control. Okay, power module. There we go. Okay, I got away, but I'm trapped in the med bay. Doc's not here. I hope to God he's okay. We haven't found Rico yet. I have no idea where the others are. I last saw Jones summit in the maintenance hall an hour ago, but no words from him then since. So about those records, I learned that this ship was purchased from BT in 2395 by the Thone system. The Thones, if you remember, were part of the rebel movement out of the Pexus Belt. For nearly half a century, they invaded and conquered dozens of worlds on the outer edge of the belt. Their government was theocratic. They followed a creed that espoused rigid social segregation based on genetics. They believe that one's genes are rather specific codes in our genomes to find one's worth and place in society. You know how I feel about that? Genetics, race, eugenics, it's all the same, just another instrument that humans have used since the dawn of time to oppress and exploit the other. The ideology is thin cover for profit. Every member of the Thone society and their colonies, every man, woman and child were put in a social order, and the lowest strata was a slave. The Thones subjected their slaves to all manners of atrocities. The slaves had their wills and bodies broken. They were not allowed to marry, but were instead bred. Generations were born into bondage. Despite pressure from the center, the Thones refused to give up their devastating enterprise before the Gorot Wars vanquished their government. They had enslaved and sold thousands across the stars. This vessel, the ISS Travan, was a slaver ship. Its cargo bay, a slave hold. Its purpose was to carry its ill-fated cargo across interstellar space for trade and profit. After the war and the decimation of the Thone government, the Travan disappears off the records for a time, and it reappears nearly a decade later. It had been sold for a pittance to off-world merchant traders who renovated it and used it for interplanetary cargo runs. Over the years, the ship changed hands frequently, often abruptly. There are records of being abandoned briefly at salvage docks to be scrapped, and there are other stories, whispers of bizarre incidents, crew abandonment, illness, and deaths. The crew before us did just a single run before they sold it to an N-tier dealership, which then sold it to the Navo. The Navos made a killing on the deal, and that's how we're here. But there's more so, something far worse. During its slavery era, an incident occurred on the ship so horrific that I could find nothing about it in the official GIS records. My contact dug it out of the wire. I'll tell you more when I meet you at the bridge. Oh man, don't leave me hanging. Oh, dude, I'm just getting the fuck out of here. I don't even give a shit. I'm just going. I'm not looking back. I'm not looking back. I'm not looking back. Come on, come on. That's it. That's the shit. That's the shit. That's the shit. Alright, let's go. Holy fuck, that's the wrong way. Go, go, go. Holy crap. Do I even freaking go down there, man? Hey, buddy. Is this Jim? Hey, buddy, is this Jim? Holy! Oh, Jim's fucked. No. No, sorry, Jim. Holy shit. Is Jim gone? We got the lounge key. Oh, dude. can't reach Jones and Summit any longer. We're down just 4 people now. I can't make it to the bridge. There are too many of those things now. The dock's gone too. I haven't been able to reach anyone over the local network in hours. I'm not sure where you are or if you'll even see this. The thing that happened on this ship during its Stone era may have bearing on what we're going through. Just before the war, during a run, about 120 slaves broke free from the holding cells below and charged into the upper decks. They overpowered and killed 2 crew members and were making for the bridge when the crew sealed the primary doors and trapped them in the bridge hall. The captain then authorized pumping Q11A6 nerve gas, long banned, into the decks. The slaves were already weak from the drugs used to sedate them and their meager rations. The nerve gas paralyzed them and decimated the uprising. As retribution and to set an example, the crew flayed the slaves to an inch of their lives, slashed and seared their bodies, and then sewed off their noses and lips and ears. They were then thrown still alive into the vats of acid fertilizer in the hold KL-12, a bile green amalgamate used in the off-world for soil prep. They died slow, agonizing deaths down in the dark. The ship returned to its homeworld. There were no charges made against the crew. Instead, they were lauded for quelling an uprising, and the incident was wiped from official records. The Great War followed a few years later, and we know the rest. The Thones were crushed, and the ship disappears for nearly a decade. It was likely used to ferry weapons and soldiers for the war effort at the time. Captain, there are forces at work here beyond our ability to understand. These walls have seen too much blood. This vessel should never fly again. In case I don't see you again, I'd like to tell you that you did all you could. It's been an honor to serve with you. Oh, yeah. That's brutal. No wonder they're pissed. Probably needs like 2 keys, I'm guessing. Okay, sweet. Oh, the bridge. These... You gotta be shitting me, right? I don't want to go on the cargo hold. That's where they were put. Come on. Oh, this is... Oh, this is bullshit. Come on, man, I wasn't even part of this. Oh, whoever sees this, they're all gone. George, Rico, Doc, Ian, Jones, Summit, Vasu, Manu, Nia. Their names ring in my head like a death chant. Their faces are ever in my mind. I cannot save them, though I should have been able to. We've fallen through a chink in space and time. We've slipped into another world where the past and the present have somehow collided, where the dead do not rest and the living are made ghosts. There is no explanation for what has happened here except that sometimes history is dead weight that burdens the living. We pay for the past through we have raised neither first nor whip to the dead. We must all look the same. I'm gonna keep looking for them down here. George, Rico, Doc, Ian, Jones, Summit, Vasu, Manu, Nia, and if I can't find them, I'm going to try to make it to the EVA airlock at the end of cargo hold 2. If I get it, I'll find a way to have this ship destroyed, let this vessel and whatever walks in to be buried forever. Captain Aaron Dravid, ISS Travan. Cargo Bay 2. Cargo Bay 2. Cargo Bay 2. I can't see. Oh, Jesus. Jim. Jim. Let me through. Let me through. Let me through. Yeah, let me through, Jim. Hey, Jimmy. Oh my God. Give me a second. Oh my God. Oh, okay, we must be near the end. We have the airlock. the airlock access key. You gonna come in the airlock with me, Jim? Oh, jeez. Oh, there they are. No, I'm not looking at you. Nope, there's the airlock. Come on, give me the airlock. Give me the airlock. Give me the airlock. Give me the airlock. Give me the airlock, please. I bet that's not even it. I bet it's a false sense of security to go to that door. Or did I just go in a circle? Oh shit, I didn't even think it. The airlock. Did we make it? Holy shit, we made it.
I hope you're okay. Dead 2 officers will arrive on the scene soon. I just saw the messages you obtained from the ship's networks. I've sent them over to the labs. None of it makes sense for now, but it should help us bring closure to this investigation. Well done.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you're safe in your frickin' office. A week after your mission, the ISS Travan is deregistered by the GIS and is transported to an orbital scrap processor for destruction. Its crew were never found. The end. Alright, there we have it, Decrypt. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I freaking enjoyed the shit out of that game. It was so well made. If you did, leave a like, comment down below what your favourite part was. Appreciate you watching. I'll see you in the next one.